as we are once again alive upon the internet with the raspy voice. I notice now, as I haven't been using it yet. It'll warm up a little bit. Very nasally because, yeah, there's literally nothing coming through there. So. Oh, that's fine. We'll live. Or we'll die. Yeah. Binary choice. Yeah, let's make sure that everything's set up, bit rates going everywhere, and that my audio isn't broken. It isn't good. Yeah, as the title says, we're gonna do some casual work on the build collection and then some casual PvEing. In that order of things, let's go to the build collection. Yeah, where do we want to go? How much is of character 4 then? 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Okay, so yeah, we reached like the combat. Oh, I should know this headhunter. Oh yeah, that's yeah. Let's do this headhunter. Let's go to character 4.
Safe area detected.
Honestly, oh yeah, the 13 had like 2 headshot less, but the numbers did change on this, or the output numbers. We're gonna present this one with Regulus as well, but I wanna put a graded harvest. Let's grab a graded Reggie and a graded harvest.
It's that simple.
Also, what I might do, this Regulus is 26. Let's make it 27. Regulus definitely deserves that. And I'll have some. I have some resources for that. Oh yeah, and I wanted to also present this one with claws out. She do have one in the stash with headshot already ready. Does she have a headshot memento? I don't think she actually does have a headshot memento. She doesn't. Maybe, well, we'll try to keep in mind to keep one memento. And yeah, and hey, there's this Jim and Sasa. And CSB, welcome. And yeah, we are gonna do an afternoon one today, as got most of my stuff done. Most of it I did actually yesterday anyway, so most of my work stuff is done, so I just get to play around. Let's grab a grade. Although actually what we should take, although it doesn't matter for this one. I'm gonna, or maybe it doesn't matter. Does she have actually 1886? No. Is this marksman rifle only used here? Yes. I'll give it with the marksman rifle. Mostly because we're going with the bulwark. If we were going with not a bulwark, 1886. We'll just put 1886 in the corner, basically next to the Eagle's Grasp. So yeah, if nothing else, we're gonna delete all 700. So it doesn't make sense anymore anyway. So, wait, why is there multiples of? Oh. What? What was everything there? I likely had dragged it with a. Oh yeah, so actually, so the numbers wise, we're not going to show it like that. We're just going to put all three. Maybe not actually, right? Maybe we do keep it just a cap shot. I don't know. Yeah, no, I would want. Although I'm not sure how I'm going to do that for the 870. We'll figure that out. So the numbers gets to go. So this is all of the different stats for the Regulus. Only the new build picture. Nothing of the build has changed. I also want to have the D50 number, or not D50, harvest numbers. And we'll see if we can fit those in somewhere. This hasn't changed, right? It's gonna be one. Oh, yeah. Oh no, actually that does change because this is apparently what wait, that was with a great. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, so 132 now. With a grade 27. Oh yeah. I can't actually snip it if I'm not in full screen. Or if I'm in full screen, I need to not be in full screen. It's KGP here as well. And yeah, hey there, Jake as well. That is now 132 because of the 27 Regulus. Although, yeah, maybe we leave the harvest out. Or instead of just a normal Regulus, we'll do. Yeah, let's do that. That's good. 27 for the Regulus here. One. Just want to redo that one because we can do that so much more cleanly than we have in there. It's just completely a different angle than the other ones. Okay, and then mainline stats. Especially since they've changed the base reload of the Regulus. I've kind of been liking this one quite a bit more than I used to. But this one against the Thunder's Fury does have more Has a lot more weapon handling because, you know, all the weapon handling stats that we get to. But here, which we 4 of them, yeah, 4 of them instead of 2, or even 1 if you're doing the memento at Thunder's Fury. Okay, so let's squish everything, especially these two, a little higher. This is just on top. It'll be fine. Yeah, so let's take the main picture. There we go. All right there. Okay. An 1880. Oh, actually, god damn it. Wait, did I not grab a white that was graded? I didn't. So let's retake that picture with also a white that is graded. At some point I should definitely grade model 700 or an M870. The shotgun, which is, I don't know, a graded one. Okay. Let's get the white death name again. Although actually I can take just this one. That's white death now. Uh-huh. Yeah. So just numbers now, which there's no stacking like hot shot or anything. We do need it to be on armor. And we're just gonna take it from chat numbers. Oh, modifiers on. At least I've gotten better at identifying when the modifiers on. Yes. Yeah, let's start from the left and work our way to the right. So okay, that's with the chicken killer, so it will stack up in 3 shots. So that's the white death. Actually, wait. Let's do that again. Oh, that's the thing. Of course, we're going. Oh, also it depends on if brazen is triggered, of course. Maybe I put this back to Humo. Although not, yeah. Here it's really just a cracking tool, right? Stem brazen isn't the worst idea. Maybe with this one we just do the cap one. Like a cap pellet hit. Was the armor hit there lower than that? Wait. Is the shotgun with DTH or something? No. Wait, was the DTH hit higher than the DTA hit? Oh no, that was a body shot DTH. Okay. So yeah, actually for this we will use so let's use see if we can get both numbers next to each other, which I did have there. So let's see, actually we should get vigilance as a separate picture here. Just for consistency with other build pictures. Also this won't be 25. So 27. Okay. So for the 870, we'll just do the cap shot because it's kind of. It's gonna more even background there. That will help a little. Let's also actually get the harvest. $25. I want to swap these two around. Yeah. And then actually also get the determined. Okay. Because then also this plus this can go here. So we'll put both of the shots there, and then yeah. It's also add a harvest picture with the name. Here. And then also 1886. As an option. And actually, let's go get from an SMG build firewall plus sharpshooter. Because actually, it could be either here. Both have benefits. Firewall, especially for the shield, if you don't want to use the bulwark. But yeah, and then we have actually a whole. We need actually enough space for a whole other. Let's see if we actually can make that fit. In here. Let's get these numbers first, then we know how much space we have. Let me get up here as well. It's been 2 months since the Uniform 1 code server issues. The problem of finding out people in my area are having the same issue. Do you know any? I have no contacts at that Ubisoft, so you're better off reaching through support and stuff. Their support is decent, actually, in comparison to some horror stories from some companies, at least. For things they can solve, they get back to you pretty, like, in a few days, which is better than most. But you're having like consistent Uniform 1 issues? Because what was Uniform 1 is usually like basically too much drop of data, right? Like Delta is full disconnect, and then Uniform is just the server's going like this connection isn't. You should maybe just see as well if it's, because yeah, it could be just some, like, yeah, if there's more people around you or that have similar issues, it might be just some actual like ISP issue or stuff like that, or with routing. But yeah, I mean, at the very least, try like resetting every, like, all your modems and routers and stuff, and seeing if that maybe helps already. Sometimes network gear is weird. I'll keep that. Although, yeah, usually I don't do much in like vitamin stuff. I do eat a lot of fruits and stuff, so overall that keeps me up high. It was worse. You just get sick once in a while. It's inevitable, especially in the line of work that I like deal with a lot of people, shake a lot of hands and stuff, and then overexert sometimes as well. Yeah, let's get the Regulus numbers in. Although actually, let me read this big one here. After having your spreadsheets for a while, I wanted to say thank you. I'm sure what you do. That's been so well, thanks for the kind words there, Guardian. Always appreciate it that you to hear to that people are using the things that I make. That's what we make them, of course. And yeah, as always, very much appreciated. And thanks for letting me know as well. And yeah, more to come. As ever, this here now as well. We're also working on some build collection stuff. Do I need anything set up? No, just vigilance up and headshot away. And then the thing is, of course, do I have a way around that? Just decrease the difficulty of the range. The thing is, we have DTA in here. I want that first shot to actually, yeah, just be including the DTA. Wait, how was that? Oh, determined. I forgot it's not the reckless in my hands, of course. Just barely not. Well, hard to say. Lost my determined. Armor. There we go. Although one of the things I keep finding myself doing with this build anyway is just slapping in on that Eagle's Grasp, especially now with the reduced or the longer reload. So an Eagle's Grasp, yeah, just fits in pretty well in here. You get one more shot on the Regulus as well. And before reload anyway, that helps. Yeah, we're just charging up the Dice City to do a Dice City shot. I'm just gonna hold for a few seconds longer as well, and just make sure Headhunter has fallen away. This is in the division of the Ferdinand. I don't know. Thanks as well, Lee. Although yeah, that definitely. I don't think everybody knows me, but yeah. I might be at least that. Usually when my name comes up, it doesn't like go the route of some other names. Overall, and yeah, there's a lot of yeah, just shoot, right? Whatever this number is. But also, yeah, don't over like. I, like most humans, make plenty of mistakes. So also be wary of just trusting everything that I say because I have my faults here and there, definitely. Still one of the rambling ducks I want to make. It's in my notes somewhere here. Is a video about the mistakes that did get through the cracks and stuff, just to also kind of go down nostalgia. I love it. Because some of them are very old at this point. So yeah, let's clean out any Dice City we might have. No, 3 headshots. Oh, preferably without crits. This number. And what we should do is just That would also be actually it's these numbers right here. That's the explosion numbers of the Regulus. Because those all stay the same. Even if you stack up your put the Regicide logo on them. This one's getting very cluttered. But also, yeah, there's a lot going on here, so. And then, yeah, let's clear out our Headhunter, definitely. And then charge up our Dutch City. Oh, that's actually decently fast still on this as well. It's actually what the clip reload is. Well, that's doable. Not charged up yet. Because yeah, we'll have that, and then the side image of just Memento and Claws out. Oh yeah, we need to move everything up a little. It's the top. Just barely can read them. There we go. I'll barely fit. Yeah. Regulus shot. I have a target at 5 meters and I missed the head. Yeah. Now we have to wait again. He's professional. And hey there, Dip, and thanks for the cheers there, much appreciated. I hope everybody's enjoying their Monday. We're gonna have our tomorrow. Actually, did they announce any server maintenances or anything? They don't need one. They've already implemented the patch for tomorrow, which is gonna be oh, there's a whole. Noticing there's a whole wall of text I need to catch up on the Discord. There's the Christmas events projects start. We already have the loot hoarder. That one's been out this entire week already, so you can already get to farming on him. And I might actually do that on second and third account. I need me an harvest with actually this was a graded one, right? Yeah. Make that mistake. I needs me some harvests with detox on them, so I can put. Because on those both accounts, I have actually a determined one where I put detox on it. Much rather have them be free talentable, just because yeah, you can play around with the talent, especially here, especially now as well with the Regulus. Like a harvest can catch up to a Regulus with the right talents, and especially as well with the harvest. Like if I'm not running determined, I really like preservation. just continuously healing ourselves up. Let's see, and then yeah, claws out, and then yeah, one alternate version you can set up for this, and this is like that one place where claws out comes in, is if you have a claws out, you can put that in and then go memento here, because this beats putting Providence here for the pistol damage. Does beat the headshots, especially now at 13 and stuff. So. Let's max it out. As then a way of putting memento in here. But in the Headhunter's Fury is much easier to put the memento in anyway. But this claws out still takes quite a bit. Brazen over Pummel now? No, it's basically a 50-50. Pummel does different things, Brazen does different things. Brazen is nice still because if you get a kill with it, you do still get the full stacks. So if you need more damage, basically, because it is much more damage than Pummel. But it's basically, yeah, either can work, but situationally you would want it, you know. There might be situations where you would prefer Pummel, especially for instance, like in the Headhunter's Fury, I would definitely go Pummel. In this, I'm actually, the talent doesn't matter here because I'm just going to use it to crack helmets. So neither talent, because with the Pummel as well, I would swap to the Pummel shotgun, take a shot, and then swap back to the Regulus. So I wouldn't like get the continuous shot going anyway. So as well, in the Headhunter's Fury, I'm going to actually show it with Pummel, but then on this one, I'm showing it with Brazen. Actually, it's for Terror, one with health damage, one D-Tech on Hunter's Fury, but which would be preferred on the high end, given only one slot. Overall, yeah, I'm going with DTOC. The thing to remember with the DTH is that the DTH also goes into your Headhunter calculation. So it kind of depends on if you're maining the shotgun, kind of, which I feel I do more on the Headhunter's Fury than I do here. Because here it's also quite a bit weaker, basically. This is just to crack helmets on this one, because the Regulus is like the main thing. But yeah, both are valid. Like actually on my Headhunter's Fury, I have it in the build picture, and also yeah on the character. I'm gonna keep it like that as well. Basically the same setup: one DTOC, one DTH, which is kind of like the speedrunner setup here, right? But it's also maybe a little bit overthinking it, and DTOC is basically fine. Technically, if you're using it to crack helmets and stuff, the DTH, like if you're ever had those moments where you've like kind of left the helmet where it's just like barely a shot from a follow-up shot from like even a weak thing or something, or like even someone with an AR next to you kind of gets the crack on it, you might have broken it if you had DTH. So but on the one slot here, it's DTOC for me. Just it's also the shotgun that I have, just because I don't keep many DTH weapons. From the States, time difference is weird. You start streaming at my bedtime. Still streaming. Oh yeah, sometimes it does get like that. Although yeah, I do, of course. Yeah, I do sometimes afternoon streams and then evening streams. So it's I do stream quite a bit often. Although as well. So yes, sir. Actually, last 2 days I didn't, right? Yeah. And Hated Dragon. You got to build so you can solo the raids. The raids, no, because neither raid is soloable. If you mean like legendaries and stuff, I don't per se like go for that. I can link you to Toasty, who does set up for the legendaries or as setups for the legendaries and videos about them. But yeah, the raids specifically are not soloable. There is mechanics in there where you need two people at once doing, you know, separate things. You can't be in, like in IH, you can't be in the control room and also downstairs shooting, you know, getting the rockets and shooting stuff like that. That just, yeah, isn't a thing. Same for dark hours at the end. Even if you were to I mean, yeah, you can't kite Boomer and kill Boomer at the same time as well, I would think. But if nothing else, the Razorback stations would kind of prevent that. And hey there, Ash. Guys selling Iron Horse. He will have been in... Wait, is Iron Horse soloable with maybe special strategies? I would think the cogs and stuff. Like, how do you do the cogs and stuff in time? Is like, would be my question. But more likely is in Discovery, where there is a lot less... I just want the achievements. So yeah, you don't get the achievements on Discovery. So if you're looking, there is... the commendations are tied to normal difficulty. So... But yeah, if you're wanting to get the commendations and stuff, it's not hard to get into the Steam achievements. Wait, the Steam achievements are different than the commendations? But even then, likely Discovery would not count. Discovery doesn't count for much because it's yeah, it is basically not the real difficulty of it. But Discovery is pretty easy. Discovery is basically like on hard difficulty in like open world and stuff. So maybe somebody has a video on it. But instead of doing like that, still seems like suffering. You're much better off signing up. There's a lot of places where you can sign up, and you will basically get carried through Dark Hours and Iron Horse. They'll also help you get all of the commendations in the game and such along the way quite often. And that seems like, to me, 1,000 times easier than trying to solo even Discovery. So the explosive damage increases pesty tick. No, shouldn't, unless there is some bugginess going on. I haven't tested like in a while, but no, it should only be scaling off of weapon damage. Let's actually finish off this build picture real quick. Was kind of stuck on here for a while because yeah, it's just literally I want the claws out with the name of claws out, and then memento with memento. And that's this build picture then. Just to have... And at some point, I might make a Headhunter recommended folder. And there will definitely have kind of like both versions floating. Actually, we could you could just equip a demo and see if your damage goes up, which we could do here. Usually people put, or well, like it's a bad choice. You shouldn't do it, but you can go demo for if you're using the triple tick build. So this setup, you're using that. You can put China here. To me, that's a bad choice. You're going for the Valtics when that is the weakest thing in here. So I would generally prefer Sacrifice, which is applying to everything. But what you can do at the very least is put Demo here, and this takes the Valtics up. We're going to actually, you know, Let's see if it's maybe... Although they haven't really been messing around with like the talent itself. They, of course, just changed the stats of it. But let's actually see here. Because it's based on weapon damage officially. And basically, whatever your non-crit hit is, times 5. That's basically what the max stack of the bestie is. There's also the wrong build to do this with because we get like several different stats alongside of it. Also, actually, don't I have DTA? Yeah. Let's just give it 2 more. Doesn't per se matter for our purposes, but let's get a full 100 stacks on them. Where can I sign up? I've been trying to get a group through the Division Discord. So the official Discord doesn't have voice channels anymore, so there isn't much activity there for raids. The Reddit Discord quite often has it, and also actually, if you're into Discord, you can go. So 755 there for the max stack. Yeah, 755. Let's grab demo. If you search for Division 2, there's a bunch of open discords or like community discords that do that. So one of them is that will show up if you just search for Division 2 is GC Rock. That's a popular one. It's a pretty big community of people doing exactly that, of just you can sign up basically and they just go down the list and help people through the raids. DJ Tickle is also one. Depending on what system you're on, there's also a bunch of streamers on here. Stay down there. So for instance, Little Huge quite often is on, although quite late for my times, doing raids. But he's on PlayStation mostly. So. But also, actually, if you ask on the official Discord, somebody will chime in. Like if you ask that exact question of like, hey, anybody know any places where they can help me get a raid slot and like do a teaching raid for me or carrying raid? Someone will like go like, hey, can I DM you? I can DM you a few Discords and then just get them from there. So I mentioned about explosive damage for some reason. The reason is likely for the Valtics. But the Valtic in here is the weakest thing. So to me, that's because, yeah, I've seen a bunch of... Back when, like, the Pesty, like, with the Pesty buffs coming in, there was a lot of people making builds around Pesty, of course, just because it was popular at the start of this season. I mean, it still is. I know, 755-992, which is the exact same that we were hitting before. So, yeah, it's not as expected, not applying to the Pesty, which... But yeah, this is applying to the Valtics. But the Valtics is kind of like the weakest thing in this. So not per se worth... To me, it's like putting China in a Eclipse build, which you can. It increases your Valtics, but you lose in other ways. Let's go back here. Where is this triple tick build actually? It's here. Because yeah, let's have a peek. Where is it? The Valtics in here. Because that's actually why I also have Demolitionist there in the corner. The Valtics are basically the lowest thing here. Not that far behind the Bleed. But if you give up... so a lot of people put like China Light in here. And then you lose Perfect Glass. So you actually... Overall, to me, you lose more than you gain, basically. Because yeah, the Valtics definitely goes up by quite a bit. But then you're losing in the Bleed, you're losing in the Pesty ticks. You could go demo. That's not as big of a loss, but yeah, gunner can give you like really fast reloads, and survivalist can give you flame grenades, which is like an awesome way to start the stack, because you know they're pretty big. Also, stuff runs through them. You can even like catch spawns and stuff pretty easily. And also, if you're in a team, the team bonuses of that is like one of the best. So, but at least yeah, for specialization, you could definitely go demo here to get the Valtics up. That's also like why it is there at the bottom, because yeah, even that like Valtics from that, of course, because the Val as well ticks twice a second. The Pesty is once per second. It's just that. So the bleed and the Val tick twice per second, so it's basically double that versus the. But yeah, giving up 5% on the Pesty ticks, I feel is kind of counterproductive here. And yeah, for the Val tick, mainly that's right. Yeah, no worries. Also, yeah, actually, yeah, good to like just double check, because sometimes as well we've had moments of like, hey, suddenly OD, for instance, in the past, at some point started applying to turret and drones, and like I hadn't noticed for like a season before somebody pointed to that to me. But yeah, it didn't become like common knowledge for a bit. But, do you have any other games you enjoy besides Division 2? Wait, there are other games? Shit. Why are we playing those? I keep hearing Division 2 is the worst game ever, and you know the devs of it are completely incompetent and all should be fired. Why are we playing this thing? Yeah, no, I do. I actually at this point I haven't like not for the last little bit, because yeah, this season has been pretty busy and I've just been, you know, my game time has been eaten up by Division and also just, you know, upgrading the builds collection and stuff like that. All right, let's do the combat medic and the third drone hybrid on this character. So that's it, this one. Both of those should be actually pretty easy. Not much has changed. Oh, I need to calculate out. That's the shitty part about these two. I've been loading into War Thunder here and there just for like 2 rounds of arcade. Not even realistic. But yeah, actually, I'm basically at this point somewhat of a single game. One of those old people that plays a single game, basically. I do have the like that's something I sometimes drop into a little bit. The what's it called again? Humble bundle that like the monthly one choice. That's the word. All right, actually, so no, this is more about what's this thing called again? Picaro. Picaro. CMAT. 4. Because we need to actually figure out if this Picaro is still usable in here. But yeah, usually like the games that come from that. So I did spend a few hours with Remnant, which was like a few months ago. Spent a few hours with like Dark Tide, which was last month, I think. That came from that. And to replace Famas with Lexington in the build collection. Overall, yeah. I mean, the thing is, a lot of the builds, especially so the Lexington, especially the builds on character 5 that got updated, were post Lexington. they will show with Lexington. I might keep some of these strikers and stuff. The thing is, I don't care that much about weapon when it comes to on the build collection. I will generally pick like a weapon that fits. I'm not gonna put an LMG on a Hunter's Fury. But for instance, on this one, actually, I'm not even showing that. Sorry. For instance, on this one, a striker, I'm going to keep the FAMAS there, and then the Lexington is going to be in the corner there. It's behind the chat. Check out the chat. Yeah. So the Lexington is like there as a recommendation for some of them. Because you got to remember as well that like we don't know how Lexington's going to work in a month. Will people be able to get it? This is bothering me how small this is. Not resized well with the other piece. So yeah, I will. Although likely, for instance, actually in the striker recommended, I should definitely make a version with like Lexington and put that in here as that. But yeah, weapons is kind of up to the player overall. That's why I basically do like weapons as like weapon types separately and just kind of explain which ones are good, and then it's up to you to make a pick out of those. Yeah, let's grab Kapashitore. Let's figure this out because I've been curious about this for a bit as well. I just haven't taken the time to actually answer it for myself. Picaros in the high-end turret drone and the high-end combat medic. Is it still viable? Because this used to be like 2% ahead or something. Or maybe not even ahead of just putting in whatever other choices I have here, basically. Although that, of course, Cheska is also, we have Cheska and 2-piece Providence, but yeah, we could put Grupo and a 3rd-piece Providence in this. So, and then take the yellow core just on the gear. Just instead of from the brand bonus, basically 30 crit damage versus 10 weapon damage plus, although the 10 weapon damage comes at the cost of a 12 crit damage basically, or 6 crit chance. Yeah, let's actually see. So this has, is this graded? No. Is 95 plus 30. Not taking my input. 95 plus 30 plus whatever is in this field with a locked number. There we go. Because that will matter actually for the Picaros being weapon damage. Yeah, let's input the rest. So 88, we're definitely gonna have that. And then yeah, this is gonna be 0, but then this is gonna be 12. Oh, that's gonna be the same for all of them, of course. And then 10. Yeah, and then crit chance, crit damage of 48,171. Oh yeah, this used to be flat 50, of course. Do we go 54 now? Do I even really have? I mean, yeah, we could just put a crit chance mod in here. Thing is, this build is kind of gonna always be with so wait, if we go 58 181 and then instead 60, and then is whatever this is minus 12. Oh yeah, that's gonna lose at, and then we don't have really anything reliant on crit that much, although no, actually, yeah, we don't have obliterate on this. So. Let's go with the 58 181. 48 plus 10. So this is 15 to 25 from other. And then is 171 plus 10. Okay. Let me catch up here for a second if I missed anything. Nah, okay. So now, same build, but then completely different. So how would that work out? So we would gain a chance. We're already on full crit chance, crit damages, right? Yeah. So maybe we do make this 54. Yeah, let's do that. So, min. Let's make this 54 plus 10, comma 60. And then this is 171, 60, 159. Nice. Might as well just use the tools at hand. So 50. So now going into this. So this would still be 54. Basically, that crit chance comes into here, so we gain another. Are we gonna land on the same weapon damage? No, we're gonna minus 10 here, right? Yeah. Maybe wait, let's just do it like this. I have a group O. There. And also it depends on if Fenris wins or if she has a Fenris. Yeah, so let's do it like this. Fenris Grupo. We can't even quorum to be correct. Let's get that in. Okay. Unequip and re-equip the capacitor because otherwise it quite often breaks if you recalibrate something. So this is now 70 plus 40. How is it 15 less? Shouldn't be right. So this is now that same 10. Plus 40. Oh, no, no, yeah. No, yeah, yes. Plus whatever's in there with luck. Okay. Wait, this doesn't make sense. Why would this be 15? It would be 10 plus. Oh, no, actually, so yeah, no, that 10. Oh, yeah, we're losing 2 yellow cores in effect. No, we're losing that one. Yeah, we're losing that one red from the second piece. Yeah, from the second piece process. Okay, yeah, so that's that 15 difference. Brain caught up. I was trying to like, because yeah, we weren't losing 2 cores, but yeah, we're losing actually 1 red core fully. And then we're getting crit chance, crit damage in return for that. So this is the same as this, and then our crit damage is instead is 184 plus 10. Also actually 25, 30. Let's actually get the full numbers out of here. Okay. Who wins? Picaro still wins. Is that also true? If we do this and then take 70 plus 30, take 70 plus 30, and then this becomes plus 13. Even more so, actually. If we add grading, it becomes a little closer. Do I have any crit chances that are extra? Not on this thing. Yeah, no. On the obliterate one, we do actually have crit chances that are extra, and then Cheska could likely come in, and then that would beat it. Just for a second, just to check, did I do all this right? So that's 95 plus 30, and then, yeah, so that is all correct. Seems a bigger of a win than I would have expected from it. Should maybe try to find the old. I have that here. I'll just search for Picaro. What did you highlight? There we go. That doesn't seem to be for the combat medic or Turtle hybrid. It's always also like, what did you just highlight? What is even highlighted here? Slightly beyond the... It's not even telling me. It's likely like off the thing. Oh, this might be it, actually. Nope. At least, yeah, it's kind of that, but nope. There's a rebuttal of someone there, I think. Yeah, that's the, yeah. Sometimes it's not granular enough. Surprising, actually, that yeah, even so. Was it, how much percent was it ahead then? Likely because this was basically this plus another 5. So plus 5. Okay, yeah, it was around, maybe it was around 4% ahead, and then now it's still 2% ahead. Do we have any other layouts we could do? Because the thing is, Cheska isn't coming into here, but also Cheska, like, I don't really have space for it. Oh, actually, no, we have Cheska already. Never mind. I'm blind. Yeah, let me catch up to some of this as well. And thanks so much to Ash for keeping that subscription going. Always appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for the vote of confidence, and we'll be sure to waste that income on we do need to get that apparel, the current bundle. Oh yeah, it was kind of nice of them to at least put part of it as textiles. If you guys have missed it, there is one costume in the new bundle that they put out, which is actually gettable with textiles. That's the pieces I got here, which is just the the Ace uniform. The rest of it is paid, but yeah, you know, go spend your textiles on that. Don't miss out. Yeah, I'm really surprised actually that this like isn't winning. But wait, let me just double check my numbers again here. So yeah, again, Fenris with a yellow core. Am I one yellow core over? No, we would need all these yellow cores. Yeah, so this is right. If I just put this is a 5 now, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, 5 plus technician. Okay, and then so yeah, this lands 70 plus 40, 110. Crit chance, crit damage wise, 54, 184. Yeah. And yeah, the rest doesn't get altered, of course. The other options, yeah, actually we should check Fox's Prayer, because that would maybe be worth putting in here. And then yeah, even at grade 27, it's still a percent in the favor of the Brazos. Yeah, let's try Let's try. Crit is pretty high, so yeah, instead of this, basically Fox's Prayer, which would be basically in this same set of stats. And then this nuts plus 13. And then this plus 8. I need to bracket that, yeah. Okay, Fox's Prayer plus Fenris. It would be the same. I mean, we can record this for a second. Let's do that. Oh, no, actually, so we would lose another 12 here. Because we're on 48, right? Yeah. So minus 12. And yeah, nothing beats it. So this is Picaro. This is plus second Brazos. This is Fenris plus Grupo. This is third Provi plus Grupo. And this is and Fenris would likely be the better bonus here over Grupo. So yeah, Fenris plus Fox. And with us using a mod. So what happens here if we put so we would land on 52 then. Going to 60. What if we put the second piece Brazos instead of the Cheska? Or second piece. Well, actually, we have gift plus sacrifice, so we want to keep the two providences. Yeah, let's try that. So we would take this as our basis. This would be Pick plus Bra plus Fox. No, it's this guy. Then, of course, have a Brazos piece for Dare. But yeah, so this goes back in. So this becomes basically this set of numbers, but then this is minus 8 plus 6. And this is minus another 12. The weapon damage would be the same as there because we get to keep that one extra core. So we're losing this crit damage for this thing. Yeah, did we do that all right? Because yeah, we'd have this be a Brazos piece. Yeah, so 125 still, so would be basically this. Because that's what this is, right? And I'll go break up the thing here, because I don't think it's showing there. Yeah, 95 plus 30, 125. And then we would lose 1 crit chance versus this. Oh, we'd also lose a crit chance. Yeah. So. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. We did this wrong. That's what's going on here. Well, actually, wait, we can do this even without the bracketing here. So it's -8, -6. And then +6 +6. Which is a weird way of doing it, but that's 52, right? Yeah. And then this is -12, -12. Okay. Fox still wins actually there, especially if we likely do this. Does that really matter to it? Actually, no, because it's with a picker, so. D-Tog at 90%. D-Tog at 0%. Okay. Even if it would D-Tog at 80, 70. Oh, okay. So D-Tog of 70 would like be the break-even point. Yeah. Okay, so that's the new layout for the. So I need to go find a unicorn. Yay! And either salt. Because yeah, we need to go find a Brazos mask with wait, where did the build collection go? Oh, I think I closed it. Yeah. So for this, we'd need to go get that. Where is it even? Yeah, combat medic. Let's also have a peek at the. Although I'm gonna guess if this combat medic aligns best with that, then likely the same for the wait, also actually, so I need 2 crit chances here. What we can do is actually lose the 2 skill damages that we have remaining here. and hey there, Rays, and thank you so much for the raid there. Much appreciated. Hope you had a fun stream. Actually, jump out or jump in a second before starting. I say we've been messing about with the modifiers. And yeah, let's give me a shout out there. And as always, much appreciated. And yeah, thanks once again. And yeah, welcoming raiders. As over here, we're trying to figure a few changes to the build collection out. As I'm altering some builds. Pray I don't alter them further. At least I pray. So yeah, this one we're gonna... yeah, especially if we're putting in a fox into this, I can also lose these two crit chance crit damages and then just yellow core sacrifice, yellow core gift, crit chance crit damage. That would land us on the 52 we would need. The Cheska goes out, becomes the Brazos piece, so the Brazos piece moves there. For both of these builds, preferably as well. Yeah, so for this one as well, it'll go there. And then a yellow Fox's Prayer with skill damage, and a yellow Fox's... or no, actually no. So just crit chance, crit damage, red. Actually, I can just be a red. That's also nice, actually. That will save on some... actually, well, they were all both using the same Brazos piece there, so... but she does have a red fox, right? Just a normal red fox, yeah. Let's put these back to the blue cores that they were for the builds that they get used in. Because that one and this one. Let's get rid of the Grupo piece. So that's the combat medic, at least. Like, sorted out. Let's group away as well. So I should have a look at the Turtron hybrids. Because yeah, we could do the same here. So what's my crit chance? Crit damage 48. It used to be 52 because we had 4 more. Both of these got hit, of course. But then if that's the case, so the same Brazos piece goes here. Fox's Prayer comes in. We gain a crit chance there to offset the crit chance of the Fox's Prayer. We lose 1 skill damage. And then I think we just keep the Cheska still. Or we put in 2 more crit chances because he's... The question is though, like, what would be... because we've been in the contractors, and then crit chance on these two. Oh, actually, yeah, there could be overlapping pieces then. That would be nice. Because now these are... I have one with skill damage and one with repair skill. Because they're, of course, for... because this would be just yellow core, crit chance, crit damage, yellow core, crit chance, crit damage, contractors, eating up this skill damage. Same Brazos piece for these two. So basically, these 4 pieces and the Fox's Prayer is the same between the 2 builds. And then this just has a contractors with a yellow core instead of the BTSU. And then, yeah, just skill difference. Kind of like the combat's medic versus the combat's or the third drone hybrid strikers, because actually if you crit chance crit damage them, they're basically the same thing. They just have a different outline there. Yeah, especially seeing the numbers here, we're The Fox is gonna, in this same scenario, is gonna win. Especially, yeah, I can lose the crit chance, or we can lose the skill damages in the build and just have it be a 6 tier turret and drone with no skill damage behind it per se, but that's fine. They are basically decoys anyway. Did I have another high-end turret drone that wasn't? No, right? But then also, yeah, the high-end turret drones are just so... Like, I barely ever use this anyway. If I'm going to use a turret drone hybrid, I'm going to grab the Striker or the Negotiator overall. But at least we have a path forward. Let's see, actually. So that's these two. And these been done, this been done, this been done, this been done. Because I'm kind of just looking through the build collection. Okay, so these are actually the last two builds on character 4 as well. And then character 4 is also fully done. And then we've done character 5 and 4. We're working our way backwards. But then also, yeah, what time is it? Yeah, let's go actually go farm for this and just... Okay, so that's updated. So it's just these two for character 4, and then, yeah, we would want them in the new stuff. So let's go do a little bit of farming. We need that Brazos mask. That's going to be an annoying thing to get. I can craft for it, of course. But I don't mind grinding out a little bit when we have that option. Let's see, is Brazos anywhere on the map? Because, yeah, of course, Countdown exists, but...
Report to the range. Those with previous law enforcement or military experience...
Oh, yeah, let's just bang out some Countdowns. Do I have an extra contractors which can be recorded in here? Not one that can be recorded. But I likely have one on a character. Actually, yeah, so we could swap this one to be that, and then, yeah. We would swap that one to be that one, and then this one can be the red build one. And then, yeah, we have a Fox's Prayer to record to yellow. And then we just need the Brazos piece. We also actually need a sacrifice plus gift that can be recorded. Do I have one of those just lying around? That would be nice. Although I should check on all my characters if I have one that is set up in that way, and then we can always replace it, basically. Because actually, do these ones... Oh, wait, actually, we get to have one red core, right? This goes here. Because the Brazos can be yellow core. Like, we're going to recore it, so it could be the yellow core much more easily. That goes there. So that will be yellow, yellow, yellow. We can have two reds. Actually, if we make the... Oh yeah, she has actually a gunner or she has a glass red, of course. Because we could keep the sacrifice plus gift full red. And then everything else becomes yellow. Would that work for the combat medic? I mean, yeah, because same yellow. So yeah, these two become yellow cores, basically. Or well, what the Brazos going here, yellow core. Fox's Prayer, yellow core. So those 4 are yellow core, and these 2 get to be full reds. That even saves on even more inventory space. I can get behind that. Let's dump all of the stuff we borrowed from the stash for the other build pictures. And then yeah, let's go and actually just try to get that Brazos piece. I can craft for it as well, but it gives me something to do. Was that it in borrowed items? Oh yeah, pistols. Let's put our Regulus back and our harvest. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Although, wait, let's swap off of this. What do we want to run? Yeah, you know what? We haven't run much of the Red Heartbreaker. We'll definitely start with that. Yeah. And then this one's saved as 5 pieces just so we can do whatever we want to it. Like put a coyote in it or put in contractors with an LMG. That works. It's set up for that as well. Just in case we want to run it as an LMG version. We should run it with Alexi, right? Did I forget to put the Lexington back into the stash from whatever character it was on? I guess so, so fuck it. Fuck it, it's an M4. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go count up.
Invite to another agent's group.
Brazos, the Acrobus.
You are now in a group.
Come over here, agent. Take a look at what I've got for you.
Countdown question mark? Countdown exclamation point! Oh wait, what was that? What is this? Is there inference I had to make there? Or was that just for like, where should I go farm? The thing is, generally, yeah, countdown is of course the best for loot overall. Oh, I should make a few full-on parts. But also, yeah, it gets tedious after a bit. Oh, I had my modifiers off. God damn it. Shouldn't turn my modifiers on in here. If anybody turns their modifiers on or off when in here, that's when you get enemy modifiers. Same if somebody crashes at. So you shouldn't do it once you're in here. You can change them. But yeah, I had them turned off, of course, as we're doing some getting damage numbers at the range for some of the build pictures. So I need to remember to turn them on for the next one because countdown is like the place to have them on. There is basically no reason to not have them on in countdown. Because also you don't get as like unless somebody turns their on or off or crashes out, which is if we're being honest about countdown, the much more common reason. Well, and then also it's not a crash out like here. If somebody crashes out before the start of it, it's fine.
Outcasts have taken over the power
It's only if they
plant.
crash out
Lockdown
during,
procedures have been
and that's
initiated.
usually only with
Last thing we
extraction.
need is a radioactive green poison.
And now, of course, requital is basically like meaningless. The only one
We need to remove the
that didn't
virus
get
from the
touched
control
is actually
servers
the
and
one
restore
that
comms.
is now then the harder one. I'm gonna
Reactor unstable.
shoot at him and try to
Emergency
get him
lockdown
to
protocols
come to
activated.
the left with
15
me.
minutes
I'm
lockdown.
not gonna do that, alright.
Trojan virus detected. Safety protocols
We
activated.
could have had 158, and we're gonna have 140 instead. Because yeah, we should just link up with the other team. Everybody get all of them. But my teammates don't do much damage, it seems. Oh, right. I didn't recognize he was going into his healing.
Vital signs critical. System back
Now he's
online.
gonna murder him? No. Okay, we're not even gonna get 140 because
An agent needs assistance.
yeah, because of that.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
shoot
Agent
that quicker.
incapacitated.
We're likely gonna get like one other hunter. Because the thing that should happen is that, you know, if it's focused on me, two others can like burn it down. We're just gonna get one more hunter here. So we only got 6 dog tags in total, or 6 hunters in total. So off 140 minus 18, whatever that is, 122.
Shade tech detected.
And that person disconnecting at the start doesn't matter. It's only if they crash out in here that will get enemy modifiers. But it's only Stellite that really matters now. Like, Stellite was always the thing that killed me the most. And
Hostile striker drone detected.
that's the one that didn't get touched, you know. Like, Shock was annoying. Requital was, you know, you just had to be aware of it. But Stellite is just, yeah, just...
Hostile.
Suddenly
Incinerator
an
turret
enemy
detected.
is like 5 times as potent of a time to kill, and then did we capture this one? Yeah. Box is up here, so
High risk target approaching.
we're on to 11-9. One of the funny things as well is since I think that's since this season, right? There's 2 different colors that you usually have on the minimap if you are in a clan,
Area secure.
because like it doesn't show it up there, but like on the minimap, it's showing basically all of the people that are clanless or don't have a clan tag. It's giving them the color of like clan teammates. Man, just if this was with a crit damage, we were done right away, man. It's not. Yeah, I need to recore it, so it needs to come with crit chance, crit damage. And a turbine, war hands. And hey there as well on the YouTube, and the Gustavo, and hey there Jack as well. And Red Heartbreaker now, numbers wise, that's actually pretty decent. It's basically on almost an even playing field with Obliterate Striker. And then with Heartbreaker you have the bonus armor, but then also, yeah, you have Vigilance, which can drop away, where, you know, with Strikers you have Obliterate, which just only stacks up and you don't lose it. But then, yeah, you have bonus armor a little bit. So also, I've seen a bunch of people put out builds. A bunch of people just quite often link me builds, like in DMs and stuff, of just like, hey, what do you think of this build? And 9 times out of 10, this is the most stupid thing since the last stupid thing I saw.
10 minutes to lockdown. Evacuate
That's
the
not true.
facility.
There's just sometimes, you know, there's plenty of like usable builds. But the thing is, I've been around so long that I've seen most of the usable builds at this point. There isn't that much that is gonna go like, oh, this is something completely new that I've never seen before. That just never really happens on the PvE end. But yeah, a lot of people running Intimidates, which to me, like, maybe if you're running like Heartbreaker tech tank, but not for a red Heartbreaker. Just that 10 meter, like, this isn't a build that I'm just gonna use in 10 meters. But even on the Heartbreaker tech tank, or on the tech tank, like, I'm not in 10 meters most of the time. Like, 10 meters is really short. You really need to be, you know, really committing to that. But the Heartbreaker's biggest issue is its stacking. It just doesn't stack up well. This striker is a ninja bike backpack for that? No. Basically, if you're ever wondering if I'm using a ninja bike backpack, the answer is gonna be like 99 times out of 100 no. Basically just two builds on the build collection that are with ninja bike, and that is both headhunter builds, because that's really, if you're not going headhunter, at least for PvE functions,
I know
if
it's your favorite
it's
job.
just
You need to search the
shooty
control room
build,
and find the
just a
server.
crit chance, crit damage based build that just outputs, you know, in the form of DPS basically. Backpack talent loss is way too much with a ninja bike. There's basically no situations where a ninja bike is gonna compete with a striker backpack, for instance, or with a vigilance backpack here, or stuff like that. Oh, there's an eclipse. Somebody's fire eclipsing. Okay, so the box is going to be in the office. Man, I missed my
Nice
modifiers.
job. You're a pro. Now,
So I'm just going to leave
need
it to my
find
allies to
another
get
server.
unless they really don't get it.
Initiating safety protocol.
Of course, that guy gets me.
Target detected.
Really.
Vital signs critical.
But yeah, Obliterate Striker is, yeah, it's Obliterate Cheska Chest, Peyote, and then 4-piece Striker. That's the classic Obliterate Striker. If we're talking about Obliterate Strikers. Indeed, a fire eclipse. The downside of fire eclipse with especially countdown
Whoever said
is
tech support was
nowadays
boring.
with the
One more
diminishing
server and you can
returns
reboot
is
the
just
system.
you quite quickly run into that moment where it
Target
no
detected.
longer sets anything on fire for like 2 times that you try it, and then they're getting all 3. Nice. Let me catch up here as well then. There's one, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Although, well, look, there is places where there is like the rifle headhunter tech tank, the ninja bike version of it, where you just have a bajillion weapon handling because you get 3-piece.
Communications restored.
You can get 3-piece
Evacuate the facility. 5 minutes to lockdown.
Communication systems shut down initiating.
Zvia and 3-piece boxes, or a 3-piece overlord.
Agent down.
And that's the one place I
Great
would
work,
really
Agent.
use
The
ninja
power
bike.
plant is stable. Now get the hell out of there.
Basically, if you're headhunting, there's at least
When
enough
you're ready to come
bonuses
home,
that
shoot off a flare.
you can make something decent. It still wouldn't be my first pick, but you can give up vigilance and still get by with that. And as a close range extraction, we might get some crashes here. Although this one isn't as bad as lab when it's close range extraction to lab. The cross range has imperfect vigilance, backpack with strikers build without always run glass. Oh yeah, that is especially if you're going glass now. Yeah, going VG plus
Get on that helo. We've got
plus striker,
hunters
because now as well actually. So vigilance backpack is basically the same, or a little bit more actually output than Striker at full stacks, but of course what you
System restored.
then have is that you have vigilance that drops away, and yeah, whenever it drops away, of course, at 100 stacks, you don't win against Striker. That's also why for the build showcase and stuff, still I went still with Strikers.
Immediate
Backpack,
assistance
and I
needed.
still like.
System
I would say
power
that
line.
that is the general meta.
An agent needs assistance.
I got lit up for a second, and my brain just went. That's an enemy. Alright, letting a whole wave land. Let's actually go deal with this.
System
Still also a hunter up. Man, I wish I had the.
vital signs critical.
Wish I had the modifier active now.
System restored.
Just getting away from that edge just to see the drones coming.
Helo is ready when you are. Shoot a flare to signal Taurus.
Definitely turn it on for the next round. Yeah, I need a crit chance there. And I should craft a few because yeah, I was on 999. Crafting components, so gonna keep that as is. But if you're running glass, yeah, go running glass and perfect. Because if you're gonna run perfect glass, then like a second piece provenance kind of makes sense. Then you might as well go give. That's what I'm gonna take it on as within anything glass kind of zone paper because I die. Although yeah, the thing is though that yeah, they can do so much more damage if done right. And there's definitely yeah, you can make it
Helo inbound.
work right. Although as well, just even more red build than tech tank. Because I do love my tech tanks, but there are definitely you are giving up damage, and you just have to be aware of that. And sometimes that's fine as well. Same reasoning for me is just I'd much rather have it be much more relaxed than just I can just run around like a dumbass and not pay the price for it. But that's the thing always. If you do, like I used to run glass reds, and I'm still pretty confident in doing most things with glass reds on heroic and stuff like that if need be. And I will just definitely die here and there, and that's just the price you pay on it, and you go a lot
The
faster.
locals will have heat
But also you have to
this
pay a
winter.
lot more
Thank you, Agent.
attention. 104. Oh, I must have missed one. One of the hunters must have died back there, and I didn't go and get him. What am I farming for? We're gonna update the combat medic
Entering safe area.
on character 4. Is it this one? And the third drone hybrid on this character, and I'm gonna go the route of the Picar's loss here a little bit, and also the Cheska's loss, together with the loss of those two things. I'm actually gonna alter this build quite a bit, and also get the skill down or the repair skills and the skill damage out of the other one. And we're gonna do that by putting in a Fox's Prayer on both of these. That will also actually help my inventory a little because we're gonna the gift and the backpack are gonna become just double red plus... Oh, no, actually, no, they're going to be full red. It's going to be a Picaros, a yellow core. Oh, actually, yeah, this had the Coyote in there as its build picture piece. But that's actually fine. We're gonna have it be a memento as the build picture piece from now on. I guess honestly, if I'm gonna run an exotic, I would run the memento in there. Oh, that's why that Providence piece was there. Because maybe I need two pieces then. But then we don't lose that crit chance there. Because then the glove on this one could be the Brazos piece. But then I would actually go over crit. Wait, how much would I have? So 10, 10, 18, 24, 30, 40, 46, and I have 40 or 52. So that does work out for the Coyote. That wouldn't work out for... Oh no, that would still work out for the memento as well, because I could have a Providence Mask, yellow core, crit chance, crit damage, and then the memento. Because this build doesn't need to be set up to be sufficient in crit chance solo. Well, I guess we added a piece to farm for. Actually, good thing I looked at the build picture, was I totally forgot to enforce that there is a... we either put a Coyote or a memento in there.
Go. Best gear in the city. Come take a look.
Go to Red Heartbreaker overall, yeah. Although, well, go to Red Breaker or go to Red Breaker. Actually, yeah, Red Breaker. It's actually not a bad way of calling it. But yeah, of course, Lexington needs to be. Oh yeah, let's actually well this coming up for this. I need to do a pass of the whole build collection because we changed already a bunch of stuff, but then of course we didn't have Lexington didn't exist yet for some of it. So did I put it on the Heartbreaker deck tank, a flatline one? Or was this, oh, was this the, also with Killer? Oh no, okay, yeah. So this is with flatline, yeah. Let's actually copy this over to here. So for this one, I just wouldn't do Kingbreaker. So Lexington and a fall. And then maybe implying that we should have it like that. There we go. And I might even put the Lexington as the main build. Or the main as the main weapon for this build at some point. And then, yeah, the shield and the blue bonus armor, of course, can help keep vigilance up here and there. But this definitely doesn't generate enough bonus armor to, like, really protect vigilance that well. Not in the same way that a few blue cores could help. The thing with the Heartbreaker as well, I would maybe just pick it more if you're already going a few blue cores. But if I'm already going a few blue cores, unless it's for some group setting thing, you know, maybe legendary, take 3 blue cores or something, and you're with a weaker team, so you want to tank a little bit harder. No, actually, I would just go more damage personally. Then, what was I gonna say? Because yeah, solo I would just at some point I would just go, if I have two blue cores on the Heartbreaker, I'm just gonna go tech tank with it, and then but yeah, maybe for those kind of situations, the Heartbreaker would beat an Obliterate Striker, but that's also a point. So for instance, if you're gonna blue core and go into legendary or something, which I mean, with randoms I can kind of see it with like putting 3 blue cores in it, something just to have a little bit more survivability if you're not with a dedicated team that can just burn through it. But then Chest Striker becomes an option, and Chest Striker is gonna. Oh hey, they fixed Visionario. Visionario was in the middle of the chests. It was Visionario, right? It wasn't Vigil. Yeah, it was the mask. Yeah, because Visionario was in the middle of those. So hey, they fixed that likely with 22.2. Baby steps. Wait, is there? Okay, no. Let's craft a few of these because yeah, we have the crafting parts.
I'm making leather. Can't be that hard.
Oh, we're full up on crafting bars as well. So might as well burn it down if we're farming for more. But yeah, so I need a glove and then also I need a mask. And then both, yeah, crit chance, crit damage. So not that, the other 2 red stats, okay? Not weapon damage headshot, the exact opposite too. Make a few gloves to see if we get that, maybe. Crit chance, weapon handling. Also, preferably as well, not too expensive, because I don't have watch alts on this account. The account is very high, and people always think like, oh, it's going to be super easy. You can just splurge some watch alts all over it. But, you know, I have all 4 character slots filled in. This is specifically character 4, even. So I don't want to delete any of them ever because they are, you know, even the lowest one is like 1,500 hours, like 1,500 hours in. So also, if I were to even delete them, like that's 16 builds on the build collection that I would need to either like disperse between the other characters or put in the stash and then like, you know, put back on them. But that's 16 loadouts. That's not gonna happen. I've just conceded my ability to do watch alts at all. I actually don't mind it too much either because actually resources have a little bit of value here, and then whenever I'm on like 2nd or 3rd account where I do watch alt quite a bit, it's like resources don't matter at all. I kind of like actually creating that artificial, you know, resources mattering a little bit. Yeah, let's burn down a little bit more here. And then we'll try again with just count that. Pretty close. Chance headshot. And I need both stats there because we're gonna record them. So. Wait, I don't have... No, because we want to get the Fox's Prayer in there, right? Yeah. I'm like, wait, why didn't I do a knee pad there? For a second, my brain just went, why did we do a knee pad? And the answer is, that's already what we have, and then I want to replace it with a Fox. Because we're gonna alter our crit chance to kind of fit in a little bit better. Let me get up here as well. I read the question there of do I have a green screen, and my brain actually went, wait, do they mean blue screen, the exotic? No, they mean, of course, actual green screen. Yeah, no, I use a little bit of software that cuts me out without any green screen or anything, because behind me is just basically a white room, like beige room. You can kind of see the color like that is. But because I'm too lazy to like set up a green screen or anything, and partially because also this like AI face detection and stuff has gotten so good that honestly I have no idea why you would really nowadays. I mean, it's not as clean as a green screen, definitely, but usually as well for a cheaply set up green screen you have like back glow of green, so I think that usually looks worse, like people's out, you know, like here, at least like the outline that I kind of have going on, especially if I like do that a little bit. I feel that's a much pleasing color than like green. Because especially with how fuzzy like my hair is, although I could comb it, you know, look presentable, but ain't nobody got time for that. It would show the green thread anyway. It wouldn't like cut that clean. Red Break is an awesome movie. I'm surprised I never made that connection before. Yeah, we should actually, you know what? We're gonna, so, HB, instead of all of that, Red Breaker. There we go. That's its name now. It is not an option for me. Yeah, same here. Yeah. Although on this account specifically, on second and third account, as exactly as well. The oh yeah, actually, how did that video even do? I put out the because this morning I had a little bit of time to put that kind of together, but the Watch Alt TU22 version just went up today. So yeah, if you're interested in that, if you're interested in Watch Alton, that's gonna so bring that up. But yeah, this I don't know. Oh, actually, it's of course not the same browser that I'm in.
Hi, I'm IKEA, and for today's video,
shut
we're
up,
going
me.
to have an in-depth look into Watch Alts,
Shut up. Hello?
specifically how they have.
Why won't you shut up? Shut up, me. But yeah, the Watch Out video, and it's been doing okay for itself for the timing. Why is that browser? I have 1,000 spreadsheets open. That's why it's barely responding to my clicks anymore. Yeah, Picaro's hybrid again. Yeah. So actually, it turns out that the hybrids wise. We're updating basically the combat medic and the third run hybrid on this character. Turns out that the Vicaros is still, even with 10 weapon damage, is the victor versus basically some of the other options that we have. Cheska though is no longer winning against Fox's Prayer, which is why we're gonna bring back in Fox's Prayer into both this combat medic and the third drone hybrid here. The Cheska is going to leave for that. But also actually, so what we're going to do as well is take out the repair skills on the chest and backpack and make those uniforms. So I can actually put a full red gift plus sacrifice onto both these builds, helping a little bit with my inventory as well, as they'll do a lot better that way. And yeah, they'll be how they're set up from now on. They're basically gonna lose a skill damage here. Also, actually, I know it's gonna be just basically it's not gonna have these 3 skill damages anymore, or it's not gonna have these 2 repair skills anymore. So that's gonna be the upgrade path for them. But also, yeah, I'm just gonna go farm mostly for it in Kantan a little bit, just also to have something to do. But yeah, we're full on browser's parts, so I might as well craft some down. We didn't get it there. Let's keep banging our heads to... I'm going to actually run the Heartbreaker again, but this time, I'm not going to forget my modifiers, because last time I had them off. Let's grab Reversal. Let's grab a Liability. A Retribution. Although actually Retribution isn't that useful here. You know what? We'll take Pressure Piston instead of Retribution. We're basically always gonna have something at at mid range. Could take Persistence as well. Then let's take. We're just gonna matchmake for a challenging one.
You have received an invite to another agent's group.
It's not my job. I mean, yeah. Although keep in mind that these, like, on my main account, my characters are not watch alts at all. They're basically 4 main characters, so there is no, you know. I like on second account, I don't care. Like there, I do have slots that are specifically watch alts. Also on second and third account, I like when making second account, I made myself basically the promise of we're just doing 1 main character on it. That's also has kept it actually interesting for me, because one of the things I like about second account is, you know, I don't have the like, oh, this build is on that character, I need to go there, or, you know, expertise weapons are mostly on in my stash on main accounts, just so I can pick them up on different characters. And then, for instance, here I'm always forgetting. Although, you know what? Here, let's grab a grade 20 or 25. M4. Let's go all in for a round with our Kerman's skin on it. And then, yeah, and then for instance, second account, I have basically just a selection of builds that I like. Just basically the ones that I like are on there, and then all of the weapons are on them at all times, so it's graded up and stuff. If the mind is what software do you use for that? And does the software use more resources from the computer? It does use a little bit of a CPU. You can set it up in a way to use that. Actually, can I find the name of this? It is actually just made by a dude. And that dude, it's a filter in OBS Studio. So you do need to use OBS. You need to be using OBS Studio. So it depends on if you're using that. Let me see if I can, so what is it as? Oh yeah, background removal there. But let me see actually if I just Google OBS Studio background removal. Oh yeah, actually. So yeah, it's literally, if you search for that, although I can also put the link here, but it's literally this thing. Let me actually go to the link and then I'll. It is this one, right? Yeah. And there's some tutorials for it. There's quite a bit of extensive settings for it, but especially, so for instance, in my case, I have actually pretty decent CPU, but my GPU is pretty old. Like I have a 12th gen i7 CPU, but my graphics card is a 1080, which is pretty old at this point, right? So I just set it as my. It does definitely use up a little bit of resources, but my CPU is like where Division isn't that exhaustive of a thing. I did play around with the settings quite a bit to get it a little bit better. But especially, you have the option to set it to be CPU dependent. In my case, for instance, if you have a good GPU, likely GPU dependent, or GPU mode would be better even. But yeah, it's definitely not like a resource hog or anything.
Communication relay offline.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Hope it helps out. It's actually pretty cool software and stuff. But it's tied to like OBS and stuff. I don't know if it makes versions. You could maybe find versions as well if you're using like what's the other one? What used to be also OBS derivative thingy, but Streamlabs, right? Yeah. Or was it Stream Elements? I don't remember. No, I was waiting to have to unlock the modifiers per character. That would be across all 4 if you complete the journey with your main. It is? I can't wait. It's a one-time unlock basically.
An agent has gone offline.
Somebody crashed out there. You have to re-equip them though. Like basically every time you log out and log in,
I'd rather not have their
and
slash and
stuff,
burn
you will have
tactics
to
anywhere
like
near a
re-equip
nuclear
them.
reactor.
But yeah, if you unlock them, because for instance as well,
We need to
on
restrict
like second
access and
account, I
secure the
unlocked
nuclear
most
waste.
of my passive on hardcore just because I wanted to play around with the hardcore a little. So, and yeah, they just all carry over.
Reactor
Same for the
unstable.
journey. Once you unlock them,
Emergency lockdown protocols activated.
they're
15
account wide. The
minutes
journey
lockdown.
itself is even account wide. Like you can't actually do it, you know, 4 times or stuff like that.
System curtailed.
That Benji helped out quite a bit. Kill him before he. I should have gone for that melee. Oh no, yeah. So, we'll go back for the button, seeing as nobody else did.
System reactivated.
Because that was also the close range buff, the one that we definitely want to unlock.
Agent down. System malfunctioning.
And somebody else gets him. And now that we have the close range buff, we are basically by the teeth at long range. Sometimes you also get lucky. That melee should have definitely connected with me, but it didn't. Turbine admin, yeah, turbine admin. And then back to containment.
System breach
Diving back to
initiated.
DTA or DTUG after 200 times, I only get 12 stability magazine and 2. Am I unlucky or are these unavailable? No, they're definitely available. But yeah, you've been getting unlucky. You do want to go for DTUG though, as well. Like DTA is not equivalent to to DTUG. And yeah, sometimes it goes kind of. Sometimes it eats a lot of resources. Like I think my highest one on a weapon has been like 40 something. I remember. I don't remember even what weapon it was anymore, but there was a weapon that took me like 40 tries. And yeah, it's basically a 1 in 12.
Critical systems exposed.
But yeah, as probabilities go, of course, for all of those times that you got it in like basically one reroll, you have to have one that is basically double the 12, basically. So, and then you have sometimes
Data
you
transfer halted.
you know, roll 2 natural 1s next to each other, so natural 20s. And I should be trying this stack better than I am. Oh, that's also kind of hard because we have ourselves
Area secure.
the close range buff, and everything is melting when we get into close range, but also in long range we have by the teeth, so everything's melting in those ranges as well. And on to admin. And of course the back route. Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, there is on second and third account. I'm kind of keeping up to that. The thing is now though that yeah, I do have like hardcores on second and third account as well. So they kind of break the rules, but the thing is especially that I don't like overdo it because one of the downsides that would come from that is just the same fragmentation that I have on main account, but then I would also have to, or I would feel compelled to make builds for them that also go into the build collection, so extending the build collection beyond what it already is. And there's already a bunch of stuff in the build collection that is not per se
An agent has reconnected.
good at the moment anyway. Like, they're not recommended builds, you know, red eclipse and stuff. They're just silly things to have, just to be silly. Decently stacked now. It's in the offices. I'm just
10
gonna go and
minutes
get
to log
the
out. Evacuate the
objective
facility.
here.
Follow all lockdown safety protocols.
Also, I'm gonna go get the. Seeing as we saw the other 2 locations and it wasn't them, it's gonna be this box.
Incoming. High risk hostile. Area secure.
Agent, you should be able to access the waste area.
The guy shoot me once. Actually no, this way will be faster because we can jump down. Even though Isaac says that way is faster, this way will be faster. Because one of the things is, instead of going left and around, you just go around here and just jump down. And that puts you, you know, quite a bit ahead of those people that I was behind. This friend protection of my one character. Jeff from Brooklyn. Well, he'll get to go back to Brooklyn as well in the next season. No sleep. Tell Brooklyn. They should totally license that song if they ever do a trailer, right? I mean, it's so fitting. It's all I gotta try and need. Oh, yeah, having done it 20 times,
Agent,
you already
reached
gotten
the
a
waste
little bit
area.
unlucky,
I
but
need
yeah.
you to secure the radioactive
Sometimes you get
material to
lucky.
override the lockdown protocols.
There's also plenty of times, you know, where you go for it and you get it in 1. Or, you know, like 2 or 3.
Initiating safety protocol.
And then there's the times that you don't.
We need to secure
That's also
that
why I
tank
would
and get
be
it back
very
as
much in
possible.
favor of just them adding recalibration for that stat. And then maybe it costs you like 5 exotic components or something. Or hell, even 10. Just so you... Although 10 would be a little bit, you know, it would feel expensive, even though in effect it isn't, again, because, yeah, on average, you would still win out. What if they make it like 5 or 6 or 7 or something? Just so you actually know how much, like then, and then keep the other system as well. Just you either get to gamble, and you know you might get lower than, or you get to pay a fixed price and know for sure. I would very much like that. You know, there was a shooting like enemies, and we were still losing Heartbreaker stacks more than we were gaining them.
Great work. Now just seal that bunker and stop exposing your team to not so low
this way.
doses of radiation.
High risk target.
Shoot them on the shield a little bit. Get a few stacks. And if they're at short range, we have the short range buff. If they're at long range, we have by the teeth. So either way, they're gonna have a bad time unless they're in the middle.
Great work, Agent. The power plant is stable.
Even in the
Now get
middle,
hell
we
out of
have a
there. Shoot off a
35%
flare when you're ready
increase
for
or
Torres to
damage.
bring you home.
So we have an extra glass on top, basically. More than a glass, even. It's a further extraction, so yeah, I can go get these. How's that? We haven't gotten the box yet, actually. There. And I'm just gonna take this exit. Would you recommend a place with old buildings and architecture in the Netherlands? I mean, kind of depends on if you just mean for the older style buildings and stuff, or just, you know, having the like, because Amsterdam is the obvious answer, but also Amsterdam is also very like new stuff as well in there. Because you have more like well, they're still cities basically, but they're smaller cities. Things like Gouda, literally the place of the cheese, where the cheese name comes from. That is basically a lot more has been kept old school, right? Like Amsterdam has a lot of just, you know, shops with just full glass fronts and stuff like that, which I'm gonna stick in long range here and try to burn that guy down. He's gonna burn me down instead.
System restored.
Okay, so let's get in close. Yeah, the team got in close there. But here I'm just actually gonna kind of hold back, use by the teeth. Even though we could go close range and then use reversal for even more damage, because actually the reversal doesn't reverse the close range buff of here of countdown, because that is just always, that's not in that way. That the one doesn't work. Doesn't use the mechanic. But then you get reversal by the teeth. So let's actually do that.
Shoot off a flare when you're ready for Torres to bring you home.
Oh, I gotta get killed.
Agent deceased.
Yeah. Did he get doubled down and then catch his first down? Or did he get blown up by something? But yeah, Gouda comes to mind as a, like, very much a classic.
You have been promoted
and
to
like,
group leader.
yeah, with classic architecture and stuff. Delft as well. Delft is like kind of the same. It's a nice day with them. We're gonna see it there, yeah. Oh, nice one. Okay. Okay. Well then, yeah, definitely. I would say both of those cities are very beautiful and have like a bunch
Torres
of
sees you. Kilo inbound.
like landscape and architecture and stuff like that. That is well worth visiting. But yeah, as well, Amsterdam for there is, especially if you kind of go off the beaten path. Amsterdam has a lot of cool places as well.
Let's get you
There's a
home.
lot of the other big cities like Rotterdam and Utrecht and like Groningen and like Antwerp and stuff. Those are more. There's places where it's kind of classic and definitely worth, you know, especially if you're into architecture or photography of architecture or stuff like that. There's some places, but yeah, they're not. They've definitely, you know, torn down pieces and rebuilt, or in the case of Rotterdam,
Kept
like
the
they got
lights on.
bombed to hell.
This
So
entire region owes you.
the entire city center is basically more modern than old building or like old, like very classic places.
Safe area detected.
And then, yeah, landscape wise as well. The of course the
Glad to see you.
flower thing. Wait, how am I forgetting the name of the flower? I haven't been there so long that I'm totally Keukenhof. That's the thing. You have that's like a almost like a showcase of like flowery stuff. It's actually kind of cool to go touristy. But yeah, that's a Keukenhof, and that's the it's basically like an amusement park, but then for flowers or well tulips most. I mean, I haven't been there in like since I was a kid. It's you definitely like you have to go there once as a Dutch person, but that's about it. Then you're off the hook. Any hope for 511 and Richter? Well, I mean, they could rebalance. They could give them other things. As it stands now, it's just, yeah, 511 outside of like making joke builds with it. It's there isn't much place for it because, yeah, for instance, you know, I do have actually a 511 build, but that's just literally that, a 511 build, just all the way. It's 511s all the way down. But yeah, it's also yeah, I hate it, but and yeah, the normal 511 leads to Toasty because yeah, he was always in favor of that. He has one still as well. But yeah, brand bonus doesn't matter, and especially any brand bonus, because keep in mind as well, we don't use Alps, for instance, as well, really. Also, as well, now you wouldn't generally. Anything that can be replaced by mods that has the same amount as a mod, which, for instance, yeah, Richter's incoming repair has that. Where also you're not like stacking to insane numbers. Yeah, you can get more than a mod's worth out of some of the other brand bonuses, you know, Cheska, Grupo, stuff like that. Well, Grupo is one more than a mod, so that's not that much anymore. The thing is, though, also not everything has to be because one of the things that they do as well, like all games do this, there's some talents and stuff that are, you know, we just see them as just weird stuff that you can mess around with here and there, but you don't get anything. For instance, Gunslinger comes to mind. Gunslinger is actually not something that we use much, not in the base game and stuff. Oh, not even really in Descent. But then suddenly you have like something like Sloth comes along and kind of goes under the radar, and everybody goes, Sloth is shit. And then somebody actually goes and messes around with it and finds out that, oh, you have Gunslinger plus Versatile plus Intimidate in Sloth. You grab a shotgun, you grab an SMG. You don't have that crit chance difference between shotguns and SMGs in there either as well. So that helps. That you don't have that issue that you would normally have with Versatile, making Versatile kind of less useful. At least you don't generally, like in the past, we didn't use Versatile that way just because of that. Actually, so I'm gonna grab the FI Tech Tank here. I'm gonna grab it with the BTS here, or well, not the FI Tech Tank, FI Galvanize setup. This thing actually isn't that horrible. I kind of like it. Because yeah, we're just basically FI instead of a red FI, we're blue core FI, and then the Galvanize. I can trigger the Galvanize with Scorpio, and that will help a little bit to keep the FI buff up. So there's kind of some synergy here. I'm gonna like it for the. And then the secondary is basically just for other builds. We're just gonna put. Let's put. I should put the Unwavering SMG there. Also, let's put this back while we're here. Spray 25 one can go back. I'm not leader right now. You don't need any help. It's already a meta indeed. Indeed. And yeah, but as I don't know, 511 is indeed is an actual brand, is a real life brand. It's the only real life brand out of all of the brands that we have. That's my mouse button is kind of sticky. There we go.
Communication relay offline.
And then yeah, they're kind of.
The True Sons have triggered a lockdown.
Because even now as well, stuff like the
They've
death
been
scripts
taking
that
over infrastructure
sometimes
to
used to
lend
be
legitimacy
used,
to their
they're kind
cause.
of
If they
displaced
control the power,
by
they control
Palisade.
this region. We need to remove the safeguards and restart the reactor.
And then also what it used to be used for
Reactor unstable.
was
Emergency lockdown protocols activated. 15 minutes.
what it used to be
lockdown.
used for as well was hazard protection, but use Xena as well.
Lockdown safety protocols initiated.
That was
Find me a squad. Look at this.
I need to mute that person. I didn't catch who it was.
This PC shit.
Yeah, man. People that feel like just talking in open lobbies is just
Oh my god, the lag.
like yeah, dude, you're an American obviously,
System
and you're in a
curtailed.
Europe server, so yeah, you're gonna like. Because it's very, very apparent always that it's much more common. Americans are kind of used to just talking
System reactivated.
like to strangers. Like talking to some of my American buddies and stuff, especially like about sometimes you like using Uber kind of comes up as a thing, and they're always just like, yeah, they hate using Uber because it's that's a cooling admin or cooling lab. Nah, nobody's gonna. Actually, I'm just gonna drag over. Like people talk too much as drivers. Like I have the opposite experience. It's just like the drivers basically just never talk because that's accepted. That's like a cultural difference, especially I feel with Europeans and Americans. Americans are much more chatty, even to strangers. I can't really hit the.
Gonna finish him. Going. No, we've lost one.
One of the things is we can't actually shoot the things from all the way back here, although shit. because of by the teeth actually. Should have just equipped an AR and just done this. Yeah. Even mostly support builds can just destroy them from range. As the closer chest versus obliterate, both 20% damage boost. Yes and no, because you got to remember that obliterate, you get to also have the brand bonus, be something useful. Usina, the first piece, isn't that useful. So you do lose that, basically. And that means that overall, yeah, and then as well, spotter, just by nature of spotter, you kind of need something to trigger spotter. Obliterate is just crit hits. As long as your crit is high, you're good. So, and then as well, actually, obliterate is total weapon damage. So if you're running, let's say, vigilance backpack or something, that would be additive. So that would lose out there. Whereas spotter is its own multiplier. So it is always just 20% on that. But the thing is, generally, if you're going spotter, a Cheska spotter will beat a closer, basically, all the time. It's not gonna lose. Yeah, let's go admin. Where closer can win is against Grupo and Fenris, especially Fenris if you have high grading, and Grupo if you have what was it, 160 or above crit damage. I think was 160 something.
Secure the area so we can bring in the engineer.
We're going VIP. Why are we going VIP?
Protect the engineer.
Why are we? Yeah, I'm not gonna type out anything.
10 minutes to lockdown. Evacuate the facility.
But yeah, basically they're not like just equivalent like that versus each other, just because yeah, comes at the cost of a brand bonus and a crit chance mod on the weapon. Basically, the closer or perfect. All right, yeah, the closer, and then if you're just doing spotter. Usually Cheska with normal spotter wins. Still, even with the reduction to it, just barely though. But also, that's a much easier piece anyway, because trying to get a full red spotter or a full red closer is kind of a hard thing to do. Although the blueprint is nowadays available, but still, it takes a few crafts. It will take a few crafts. Yeah, professional yabbers, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's just a cultural thing. I feel, just Americans are much more used to just on open comms. Usually, if somebody's just talking on open comms, I feel 9 out of 10 times it's usually an American.
Engineer
More
down.
so than Europeans. Just yeah. Part of it is as well likely just as Europeans we kind of expect that like while most people speak English, not everybody speaks English. Although that's getting less and less in the new year. But yeah, especially like some your French usually as well just don't speak much English. Let's put my highlights. I know my hive doesn't do much healing, but it does a little bit.
Should be
Enough
able to
to
access the reactor.
heal people up a little bit.
Hostiles neutralized.
Hang on to that
Thank you,
infantry
Agent. I was
MG5.
starting to think this was it for us.
Should have been it for you, Mr. VIP, but my team decided to spend the time here instead of in admin where it would have been faster. Although admin was hostiles, but it would have still been faster. Quite a bit. And it would have been next door to reactor as well. Let me get you. No, it's an online multiplayer. Tigers. I mean, mute exists. There, I wasn't even like I'm a guy usually okay with. But it was more that like his mic is set too loud, so it's clipping, so it's kind of sounding distorted and everything, which, unless you're in guitar, is not okay. Like yeah, overdrive.
Agent, you've reached
Overdrive for
the reactor.
guitar,
I need you
fine.
to get
Overdrive
back
on your
online.
voice. Maybe if
Now
you're a
that
metal
in, we
singer,
need to decrypt the
but
safety protocols.
I'm not here to be sung to. I'm not here at a concert, so if you're gonna talk, at least make sure that you're understandably or your volumes are correct and stuff. So you can be understood. That's more my issue with it there. Several times, okay. Yeah, if somebody's playing music, I'm just muting them. And these two pushed the button and then ran away from it. I'm gonna go sit in the button. And I'm just giving my allies my FI buff. My FI boof. Boof the FI. I don't know the mic. It's kind of handy to have mics. Some things. I haven't heard a single person speak. I mean, if you want to, one of the settings is as well here. You can just turn off VoIP completely, that it's not even on at all.
Good work decrypting the protocols. You need to remove those controls to get the reactor
So
back
yeah, you
online.
can just disable VoIP completely. Like if we do this, yeah, just the system is off basically. So even if somebody has a mic, they can't. You don't hear them at all. I like having it on. I have my mic turned off. In the game
Evacuate
now.
the facility. 5 minutes to lockdown.
I do like having it on. Just sometimes, sometimes you hear funny shit, and then you have a chuckle, and then you meet them. That's a whole discussion here. That VIP not being as long anymore is basically the same eliminate as hostiles now. No, it's always one wave longer. I don't think they ever touched it. Did they? It's one wave longer than hostiles, and also there we went into. So admin is like nice and compact. It's at least VIP and like VIP and cooling is the worst, just because also you don't have like a path through the center to get to the next wave pretty quickly. But I mean, both of them there as well. We kind of did it quickly enough. It's not like we were in there for 10 minutes. The issue is much more on heroic, where it just takes a while, because yeah, just killing waves does take some time there. How's that? Not that strong. Oh, also, I've taken some chip damage apparently. Let me see. That I have.
Gotta clear the
Great work, Agent. Now you just need to restart the reactor and keep any hostiles from knocking it offline or killing you. No pressure.
Well, names, jump on now. This last loot here. Oh, we're on that phase. Thought we were done actually. No. Oh, I'll get to go around and loot all this already. And of course stick a little bit onto this side. Just to be ready for the big bucks. I don't remember how we insert it, so don't remember if it's gonna be close range extraction.
Reactor online.
1009, HP. Oh, did they actually? Oh wait, his XP
Good
or
work,
his
Agent. You
HP
saved
when
the
they
planet.
first added
Move to extraction point.
difficulties wasn't scaling, right? That was,
Shoot off a flare when you're ready for Torres to bring you home.
that was a change. But yeah, the wave wise, no, he's still the longest. All 7 of my teammates? No. Okay, a few of them. One of them. So yeah, 6 out of 8. Skip this box, which
Heavily armed hostiles detected.
shows kind of the experience of the team there. I'm in range for all of this. Because I could use the drops of these guys.
System disrupted.
Cooling tower can take as long as we have, but yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, yeah, cooling tower just takes longer overall. Because even Warhounds in VIP, unless yeah, you use, you know how to quickly get that, like the 2 servers from the start.
Restored.
That can even also take quite a bit.
System malfunctioning. An agent has disconnected.
We did have one crash, so one thing we're likely to see here is, in a second, enemy modifiers with the next spawning waves.
An agent needs assistance.
But you're gonna get close range.
System reactivated.
They're trying to find us. We're pinned down here.
When you're ready to come home, shoot off a flare.
You know what, let's go try this. And that's some more damage. Okay, now we see some stellites and stuff. Triggered reversal there.
Fuck you! Target found.
Does help my damage quite a bit. I'm just getting some blue armor going on allies. Out of combat there is going to heal us. Man. But actually I'm going to hang on to that one. Because I'm not sure I did the math correctly, so that might actually be... usable. Let's get this hunter loot. Pulls, oh yes. So, yeah. Thing is that will not make you many friends though. But also, yeah, trying to solo it, especially if it's in like some of the bigger ones, you're just, you know, kind of wasting your own time and others. There, for instance, the whole team went into there, and then it's better if if we're all making the mistake together, then that's better than like splitting up and trying to do two
We
different
see
things.
you. Helo inbound on your location.
But yeah, the hostiles would have been definitely the better pick there. Especially as well, like it being lab versus admin. Not the
Let's get you home, Agent.
Sorry. Well, the thing is, if there's a whole team in there, it's actually not that hard. Kind of saw that coming. Says all being factor on it. Because you have a 30-second revive on him and stuff. But that's only really, yeah, especially if it's like heroic. It's if you're in there solo, you're just he's gonna get down. You're not gonna be able to really get to him effectively, and that's usually
You did a great thing today,
causes
Agent.
issues.
We take electricity for granted, but without that plant, this entire region would have lost power. Thank you.
I'm gonna listen, yeah. Although the thing I should have, for instance, done, or I could have done, which is usually the thing that I do as well, is just at the start type out like what we're gonna do.
Safe area entered.
And then usually they do listen. But yeah, once the team is already going somewhere, yeah. Once the lemming train is a going, it takes a few takes a while for it to change course. Alright, so I already had the crew chance one. So knowing, yeah, this one is likely gonna get deleted. Being grade 25 even still though. Because yeah, now I'm gonna redo my whole, well, outside of the names and stuff, but yeah. The entire LMG thing here, I did basically with the talent I liked, mostly, and then most of them basically. And talent well, not even that. Yeah. Talent I liked for that weapon type, and then the third stat rerollable, because that made sense before they changed the crit damage mods. Now it's basically that. This third stat needs to be crit chance always and forever. And then, yeah, we're just gonna... You could make a case if you're using it as a secondary to put DTH here, and then specifically when you run into a heavy or a warhound and stuff to pull it out. But that's like so specific that, yeah, I don't want that. I don't need that for here. If I get a DTH one, a good one DTH one, I might use that as a secondary on some places. But that's only if I'm like running rifle main, because of course you have ARs with 21, which would do that same thing. Or basically if you're like running double LMGs, basically. Because if you're running an AR, that's 21, right? Because that still is like 10 DTOC, 21 DTH instead of 12 DTOC. Or basically, yeah, if you have like a contractors in the build where the AR wouldn't benefit. So it's a very, very situational thing. Did I miss something in here? No, yeah. That's I don't know. The one you want me, yeah. I mean, basically all the groups. Actually, that's also just in normal social, right? You just, when you, like, select the top thing there, the mute all. And does that make it faster? Yep. That's something. That's not on Discord. Yeah, I have it just on. Just sometimes hear some people say things. Let's actually, yeah. Let's get this character cleaned up. Let's actually swap characters. Go with some different builds. Oh, also, actually, I have basically another half hour available. So.
Agent, good to be seeing you.
Well, maybe I can stretch that to 40
Thanks for the
minutes.
business.
Oh yeah, let's swap character. Wait, what is this glove now? Oh, this glove. Yeah, we'll hang on to this. Box causes very frequently. Some of us skip it. It's only if it's the northern extraction. The thing is, it's not the box that is causing the crashes. I mean, it is somewhat, but it's the combination of the box and a close range extraction. When it's west or east, that box basically doesn't crash much. The box that crashes the most is especially the... Because that's the thing. That's the wrong experience. It's only really if it's the north extraction there where it causes issues. I like significant issues. Because lab with close range extraction is much worse than that one. Especially. That's also why we care what extraction is. Like, that's why I kind of try to keep track of where extraction is. Yeah, let's I'm gonna go 2 more runs. Also, as well, actually, if anybody else is interested in joining me for a countdown, or 2, exactly 2, actually, lately, feel free to say so. I'm actually gonna run Regen plus Vanguard plus Galvanize here. Also, again, a kind of supporty build for countdown. Wouldn't per se, like having one of these in the team is kind of nice. This is a PFE as well, and yeah, with reversal, I can actually very much do heavy damage. Actually, still. I'm gonna actually go back to retribution on this one. Actually, let's like drawback. What's my headshot actually? So 65, so still like 30 weapon handling when I'm in close range. What's I don't what's my crit chance for damage? Yeah, 50, so in there we're gonna be 60. And hit over there. Doing good 100% build using Yuzina, but also with good damage. I mean, you can make a... I don't have one anymore in the build collection, but I used to have one. Layout-wise, it will still be the same, except you can lose one stat. Because generally, if you're going full hazard protected, the only places that it's really useful is with the raids, where you kind of need that. Where's the old? So this though, but this is an X build. Now you could actually have 1 more crit damage, right? Because yeah, Chaska went up by 10% on the second piece, so you could just have another crit chance or crit damage in here somewhere. This with the backfire nowadays would work okay. If you're looking specifically for the backfire, though, like that's the only like damaging hazard protection-y build that I have, but it's 90% hazard protected general, and then for the bleed. This thing is actually pretty okay, and this will actually, so likely the next 3 build showcases, as I kind of have them in my head, I might swap. No final results, or no final, nothing is final, no decisions are final yet. Next one's definitely going to be Pestilence. The one after one that is likely Umbra, because Umbra is pretty good now. And then likely after that one is this one again. Because yeah, generally I go like, one like core build, we had just Striker. And then Pestilence, it's not per se a core build, but it's still a coolish build. Although the thing is, then we'll have 3 like red builds after each other, because this still as well is a red build, kind of. Pesti and Umbra definitely are red builds. But yeah, I kind of like this thing decently enough now. The thing is, once you actually get backfire going on this, it's actually pretty decent. Even though you give up, a lot of crit chance, crit damage for it to get all of those hazard protections, but then the backfire kind of gets you that back but then of course not from the start once you get it going. Let's trigger for backfire exactly. I mean, yeah, if you're asking or telling, but yeah, for backfire nowadays, I would definitely do this. But this isn't fully hazard immune, so this is only 90% hazard immune, and then one bleed mod for 100. If you go Uzina plus Cheska, you can actually make a fully hazard protected thing. Which is basically that other layer. But that one is then more if you just need full hazard protection and a little bit of damage. But the thing is as well, that's not really a thing that we need, because for raids and stuff, I would definitely say this setup is now still the consistent thing to use for raids. This still hasn't been displaced in any way, right? No. Because you take the 2-piece Cavalier here for the hazard protection. Then you don't need to have any of the brands be towards hazard protection, and you get to have 3% regen on this, which for a raid tank is much more useful than other things. Yeah, let me catch up here. Still, it's the backfire. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the backfire gets you 200 crit damage. Do I ever do raids? I used to raid quite a bit, but yeah, I haven't in like 2 years or something. I want to get back into especially that and kind of conflict. Yeah, let's actually go matchway. I guess everybody's busy. Where am I going? As I was saying it, I instantly forgot what I was doing there. Because I would need to go there.
You have received
And I've definitely
an invite
done
to
the
another
raids and
agent's
stuff
group.
as well. Especially Dark Hours,
You
I've
have
done
joined
like
a group.
quite a bit. It's probably, this used to be a god rolled eagle bearer. I kept just one eagle bearer after a while, just wasn't worth it per se. But then we had to re-roll it for the detox, so it's no longer that. Yeah, Ravenous Reguluses. At least I kept Reguluses for every character basically. And then yeah, but yeah, I haven't done so in quite a while. Dark Hours, I'd be perfectly fine in still. But Iron Horse, I never really got into. I did it like 20 times maybe in total. So I don't know it well enough. And yeah, it's been a while. So I've been kind of looking to maybe either get carried, but actually one of the video ideas I have, I might just go LFG on third account and gonna record my experience. Maybe just do it even on stream. Hopefully try to fly under the radar. That name, of course, isn't the same. It's no underscore Kia underscore, so it shouldn't be recognized. Hopefully, unless we get unlucky in a way, basically. But I might just try to LFG or try to sign up for a carry raid. And then kind of just kind of record my experience and kind of turn that into a video. Just to kind of as well go like, hey, this is what it's kind of like if you go and sign up with, let's say GC Rock or something. That might be and then I could get a refresher on especially Iron Horse. I'm pretty sure Dark Hours. I don't know some of the newer strats. Like, yeah, back in the day when we used to do it, there was definitely no quick kill on Boomer or anything like that. Like some of the later Dark Hours I used to do was just the using Headhunter, Diamondback, Negotiator setups. Which kind of should tell you how long ago that is, if you remember when that was a tactic. And this build is basically me giving my allies blue armor. I don't have much in the form of damage also, but also I don't have terrible, like no damage at all. This thing has still enough to deal with For instance, yeah, solo rogues and stuff. And then I also have 80% PFE with that 3% regen and stuff, so it actually works out pretty well. Containment admin, yeah. What's the main that works out as well?
System back online.
I'm just gonna write it out this time. And thanks so much there for keeping that sub going, Jackie. Always appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll be sure to waste that on on silly apparel, the way it's invented, right? But I always appreciate the votes of confidence that basically those imply. That one's destroyed. Oh no, purples, my only weakness. How did they know? Purple war hands. Here, have some blue armor.
High risk target approaching.
For DZ and hunters. Yeah, I wouldn't say per se that that's... Although, if you were to put 6 blue cores, I wouldn't per se say backfire is a good choice for DZ. You could still use it as a secondary, but I don't think...
Secure.
If you're kind of going for 100 hits to get going, by 100 hits, you'll likely be dead. You get the box? I think I got a box. Yeah. Let's go to admin. I'm gonna actually take the Isaac line here. So we're running at the same time. Yeah. Part of it is I just haven't been in clans for quite a bit, and just partially I'm also not too big of a fan of like being locked to certain mechanics, kind of, because the raids are very much about obfuscation, and then you just gotta figure it out, and then like you have to do it this certain way, kind of thing. It's not just combat; it's you know, it's all the mechanics and stuff in there. I'm just not too big of a fan of those kinds of things. Never have been, really. I like more like mechanics that are, you know, like global events. It's a mechanic that applies to everything that we're doing, and it changes up the things that we're doing, instead of a mechanic tied to the content, which is just you do it this way. That is the one way
Tech detected.
that you do it. But yeah, I should definitely know more about the raids and stuff, just
Hostile
for my
incinerator
own
turret
self as well.
detected.
Kind of the newer tactics, because even back in the day, like we
Hostile
didn't
sniper turret detected.
just hiding behind the spots that you nowadays do with Razorback to avoid the
Hostile
mortars.
assault turret detected.
Even that was like not a thing we did back then, which like,
Hostile
now makes
striker
it so much
drone
easier
detected.
to avoid, instead of trying to like run around and jump out of the way. And also trying to like not run behind
10
someone,
minutes to log down.
so that
Evacuate the facility.
Excessive magnetic discharge
so that, you know,
detected.
they bomb you or you bomb somebody else because of that.
High risk target approaching.
Oh, targeted.
Area secure.
Agent, you should be able to access that experimental lab now.
Yeah, it's gonna be loot in the control room. Loom. Just grab and go. Just need the Ravenous and Regulus. No fighting it. Yep. Oh wait, yeah, you're having issues finding a group, you mean? But there's still plenty of people
Agent,
like
you've
raiding.
reached the lab.
weekly
I
and
need you to
stuff.
stabilize the reactor.
And yeah, then there is also like places where you can kind of sign up for carry raids like JC Rock and stuff.
You're in.
And DJ
now,
Pickles
just need to
community.
find and destroy those fuel valves.
Pretty much. It's right around there, yeah. And yeah, Dark Hours as well. It's pretty mechanic light. There's definitely some mechanics in there, but also yeah, Dark Hours I've done like 100 times, like, especially in year 1. Most of them in year 1 actually. There's also even like a raid that I've led to myself. In the raid lead and just doing the explaining and stuff.
Nice work on the valves.
But yeah, there's definitely
Now,
some strat changes on that.
expose the reactor's
It's no
core.
longer like even back in the day we didn't do like I think I've seen a bunch of 7-1s on the plane. Like, that didn't used to be a thing. We just do 4 and 4s and just. But now of course you can murder so much faster that it's.
Good. Now, you just need to destroy the magnetic core. You should be fine.
System disrupted. Incoming. High risk hostile. System restored.
But I just basically kind of got to put off because I was kind of on track as well to maybe just do a raid run with a bunch of people that I kind of know, and they were just gonna carry me and re-explain everything and stuff. But then this season, kind of with its big rebalance, kind of came, and I got sidetracked with all of the
System
DPS stables and the builds collection basically needing all builds to be updated because on most builds, like, yeah, we're kind of doing the more extensive builds now, but on all builds, even at least like a weapon change is in place or something. Or at the very least, like the crit chance has changed since last time.
Marking away.
System
Like, where did my shield
high
go?
risk target approaching.
You did this right.
System restored.
Got around me.
I know, the team is doing the objective and kind of keeping an eye on it that they're advancing it, which they are, so I'm just gonna leave it up to them. Be a headless chicken myself.
Experimental reactor offline. System back online.
Vanguard
Good work,
and
Agent. You saved the plant.
there's definitely some value there. Although I wouldn't per se like.
Torres is waiting
I'm just
for your
running
signal.
this because
Shoot off a flare when you're ready to come home.
just don't want to like per se run a full-on damage build and stuff. And it is the box actually that crashes the most, but especially if their extraction is close range, which it isn't here, I think. And also one of the things that seems to even help that's not close range, right? No, is to take this exit instead of the other. But also we're just gonna take this exit just to keep up with these allies. ID for this role is special. Yeah, and yeah, you can set up OD in this way as well. Although personally for OD, just because I'd said like with the FI we had earlier, kind of makes sense. This one is also just and like if there's a red FI, kind of makes sense alongside of them. OD I like having red because OD can do a decent amount of damage itself, especially nowadays. I mean, well, it doesn't do more damage, but also you don't have the... You used to need to have, like, glass to kind of make it really worthwhile, damage-wise, but now you don't need that anymore, so... Kinda. But yeah, I can definitely, like, this style of just having galvanize... Yeah, but it as we have there, FI, OD...
System malfunctioning. Heavily armed hostiles detected. System restored.
Clicked off the screen apparently.
System
I'm
disrupted.
gonna go this way. I see some stuff coming. But I like the 3% regen on this thing as well. This thing is like amazing, especially for a recruiter fight, for instance, where you have like a
System
thing where regen also has like real value. Oh, how cute, you healed. Here, let me show you what reversal does.
Shoot off a flare when you're ready to come home.
And what reversal does is make me hit for 1,000,000 a pellet. Even as blue as I am. Man, why couldn't you be crit damage? Hey, somebody else doing that as well. Is there the sun guides in the work? Yeah, it's been started, but also yeah, it's been on hiatus for like 2 months. It's still coming, but yeah, the DPS tables basically have priority. The build collection has priority. Once those two are done, then we go back to writing guides.
Torres is on her way.
Because we started that thing, but then PTS started. And just the whole the whole rebalance thing kind of took up all the time. Yeah, that's for first. Yeah, yeah. I'm all familiar with like. The thing is though, I would want to learn the mechanics and stuff. So I would want like.
Let's get you home.
Decent explanation, especially the Iron Horse parts. I mean, I can just watch a guide as well, right? Like, there's nothing stopping me from doing those kind of things. But I wouldn't mind just, yeah. And we're likely gonna do that at some point. I'm just gonna take third account and we're just gonna act as if we're
Keep working together like
a
that,
newbie
and we may
and just show up and see what they do with us.
Entering safe area.
This dude comes in.
Foxer. I mean, that's still the one place that definitely still has a purpose. High ends is yeah, raids just for if you don't know how to stack up, so that they don't have to also explain how to stack up basically on run. This is different per each fight. Yeah, let's run it here out. I have time enough for one more. One more run. I'm gonna run the pesty build there, or maybe I'll run the full FI, the hazard protected FI. Nah, let's not. Or maybe backfire. Yeah, no, let's run backfire. We were talking about it a second ago. We'll run the... Because actually the hazard protection here will help
Invite to another
with
agent's group. Receive.
the disruption.
You are now in a group.
I will be back. much fancy. I don't know. Building guides. Yeah. Although I've also kind of been enjoying making guides. For instance, as well, one of the things that, because the skill guide got finished as well, kind of before that whole thing, and still haven't turned that into a video. And especially that skill guide as well, it's like it's almost a skill manual. Oh, I put 2. I was like, why didn't that work? But that's 2 eyes in there. Let's pull this up for a second. But in the guide folder is already those things. The Sands one is actually, we kind of did the very initial start parts of it, which was just the outline. And then, I've started creating a map, especially for the bunker. The lab, of course, is kind of linear, but the bunker, like this, has actually helped me a lot to kind of visualize how that thing is laid out. Like, I really needed that. And we're gonna, make, and then, but then, the skill one in there, that's actually where we're going now. The skill one in here. Oh, it's Kanta. Like, this one is like
communication relay offline.
A very, very long.
Cleaners have infiltrated the power plant.
And the way
They
I want to
triggered
kind of
a
actually
lockdown.
turn it into a
I'd
video
rather not
is to
have
go
their slash and
over.
burn tactics anywhere near a
Just
nuclear
keeps on
reactor.
going. Is turn it into
We need to restrict
one
access
video
and
kind of
secure
going
the nuclear
over
waste.
the basics and kind of excluding that middle part where we're kind of discussing each separate skill, and then also
Reactor
then
unstable.
make
Emergency
a
lockdown
video
protocols
per
activated.
skill,
15
or maybe
minutes
like
to
2
lockdown.
skills together.
High levels of radiation detected. Commence operational lockdown procedure.
What are you doing? Except aggroing this guy.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
My armor break set him on fire. There's actually something you can use if you're firewall and you know that you're firewalling. The other side is all a clan. We do have an FI in the team, which isn't that useful, honestly. But we do have the FI buff because of that. Actually, not gonna push in. One of the annoyances here is there is like cover here and there's cover there, but there's just like not a lot of cover, especially against this guy.
System curtailed.
So you just
The target should be nearby.
okay. They went into lab.
System reactivated.
Oh no, somebody went into the reactor. What? Why? Of our team. I mean, yeah, but he missed out on the dock dice there, which is a choice. Yeah, the skill guide kind of is gonna take a while to turn into videos as well, and I've kind of been not doing that either. But yeah, definitely the kind of the DPS videos, the DPS tables for weapon type need to get done. Build collection needs to get done. Because the build collection also is going to be several videos. What I'm actually thinking of doing for the build collection, so in the past, when big changes happened to the build collection, I would do a video of just these builds got significantly changed, and we're just gonna briefly discuss them. I might just do it per character, and actually just go build by build. Talk about changes, but also talk about the build itself, and kind of like why it's in the build collection. And that might actually be also just interesting without caring about changes. But then that would basically be 5 videos, because
Value target
there's no
detected.
way that we're gonna do a one like it would need to go per character, because
Hostile assault
16
turret
slots
detected.
each. That's gonna
Target neutralized. Incoming. High risk hostile.
because even like 3 minutes per would be like 54 minutes. Yeah.
Area secure.
Admin. Alright, this will be my last countdown for the afternoon. I need to do some work stuff. Also eat and stuff. So I'll go do those things and then I'll be back in the evening. We'll likely skip over the character 4 because yeah, we have just basically those 2 builds on character 4 that we need these pieces for. I might actually keep the game running and just do some crafting in the background to see if we can get the 2 Brazos pieces that I need. I'm just gonna wait here for a little bit because I'm a red build. There's a lot of enemies in here. My face does melt if enough lead is thrown at it, so just gonna wait for these 2 and then kind of. And I'm just beelining the servers here.
10 minutes to lockdown. Evacuate the facility.
Yeah, basically this thing becomes decent at like 50 stacks in. It's decent. Well, actually no, a little bit higher because that 50 stacks was actually based on strikers being fully stacked. One of the downsides here is though that yeah, I can't really swap to my secondary. Either I stack with my ACS first, and then you know that's we did before we swap to the backfire, or once we're kind of on the backfire, we don't swap off because.
Agent, you can access the waste area. Do me a favor and take a decontamination shower before you come back to base.
Also, yeah, this, but then the other 2 reds. So not weapon handling headshot, but we get the box. Not sure I got the box. I was kind of in that area, so. Where are we going? Oh, containment. Okay. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for poking in. Catch you around. Oh yeah, for myself as well, I won't be going much longer here in the afternoon. And tomorrow as well, we'll have the new Christmas thingies. I'm curious if they'll put season XP as well on those projects. They're daily projects, so likely not.
We need to secure that tank and get it back into the sarcophagus.
Not that close range.
That should be the source of the leak. Now we just need to seal those tanks.
And one of the downsides still of the backfire is, even though it's now just 100 stacks, it is a 10-second thing. So if I don't shoot anybody in 10 seconds, it's just at 16 stacks, and now it's gone. The thing is, now at least with 100 stacks, I'm back to 50 with a named there. And it does force you to play a little bit differently. So there I just took, like those weren't really good shots to take, but it kept my my stacks up. So it was just a few shots to kind of reset or to keep my stacks going, and then even if they weren't really, I'm gonna shoot these guys on the shield. And now we're kind of fully stacked.
Now just seal that bunker and stop exposing your team to not so low doses of radiation.
Haha, you can't set me on fire.
High risk
I'm
target
90%
approaching.
hazard.
Radiation
Barely
detected
kept it
at
there.
acceptable level.
And other under stacks. Oh, this is of course with modifier and stuff on top.
Good work, Agent. You saved the plant. Move to extraction point.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna
When you're ready
lose
to
it
come
before
home,
we
shoot off a flare.
reach extraction. So it's funny those three or four people that are in the same clan. Three of them are running hives plus foam. It's very uniform. Oh, actually, yeah, we haven't gotten the box yet. Gonna yoink and go. And here you can jump up these. It's just about the same length, but you're cooler. So one of the nice things here will be just during extraction is the jam will happen. The jam will actually be very short for me. It's basically going to be like half of a second, at most a second. It's going to be, no, it's going to be half of a second. It's like a jam. Oh, no, it's a full second.
Disrupted. System back online.
Get on that helo. You've got hunters
And
incoming.
at least I have my hive, basically. This guy's gonna melt. So is this guy, because I'm gonna do reversal. And reversal him in the face. Well, actually not in the face, because it's specifically not the face. But that's, oh. That's a friendly one. Oh wait, hey, is the thing fixed, actually? That wasn't at the start of this season, right? I saw already as well somebody's healing cam circle on the map.
Torres is waiting for your signal. Shoot off a flare when you're ready to come home.
Those circles still always showed up, the healing hive. Then here as well. So for instance, yeah, the difference between striker stacks decaying, they still have like 20 stacks. Whereas yeah, the backfire just fully drops off. That's still an issue, but yeah, at least at 100 it's less of an issue. At least we stack up basically twice as fast. And I kind of like this setup. This setup is actually definitely, especially against the flame rounds and the disorient rounds. Well, the shock rounds would be used to have, but even the disorient rounds. Although this, yeah, at 90%, it will have like a half-second disorient or a half-second fire, which will still be annoying.
We see you. Helo
But also as
inbound
well
on your
for a
location.
season where we have special ammo. Especially if it's going up against True Sons or Rikers, where it's bleed.
Ready for extraction.
Off we go. 158, right? Because we got them all that time. Oh no, 140. Oh no, we did. Yeah, we spawned across from each other.
You saved the plant. That was impressive.
Off we go. One of the times I should set up for, especially during extraction, try to get all out going and then just have all out even in mid range and then like just murder everybody that way. Yeah, let's get cleaned up actually in the background before I even start this. Let's go have a look at Ray so kindly rated us. We're gonna pay it forward and go a rating, preferably in the same category, which I don't see anybody that I'm following in there. Let's briefly have a look in the category. Who's around? Yeah. Should we rate Cammy and then ask him why he's not getting double XP? Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. I think as well, he has me blocked. I have him blocked. As if I remember right, last time I checked. Yeah, you are not allowed to view this content restricted. Which is also what he is on mine, so. See,
We zitten allemaal vast in een systeem.
shut up. Is this English? No, this is French. Is this English? But at least says English. Let's have a quick peek at this person. Otherwise, I have a few people that I'm following in other categories. Oh yeah, let's keep it in the category, I feel. Yeah, exactly.
Ready can stay.
You know what? This person seems chill. They are they're in a watch out or something? What's going on here? Is it they're level 40?
Damage.
Yeah, we're gonna raid Benzium here. Who I'm not familiar with, haven't watched the content before, but we will. We'll send everybody that away just to keep it in the category. I'll be back in the evening. Myself, which is going to be in like 4-ish hours time. Anyway, we're just going to continue on fixing up the build collection, doing any calculating we need to do for that in any way. Do I need to refresh this? I specifically gave him a follow just to have him in the list easily. But that didn't show up correctly. Otherwise, I'll just copy his name. But... there we go. Yeah. We're gonna raid Benzium. Anyway, just kind of work on that, and then tomorrow we'll of course have new scouts. We'll have new things to do, likely with the projects and stuff of the seasonal event kind of thing. So we'll have some shit to do. For now though, yeah, we're gonna go a raiding. We're gonna raid Benzium. And yeah, I'm gonna likely just in the background while I'm eating and stuff and doing some work stuff, try to craft those 2 pieces of Brazos that I need for this. But I'm just gonna stop rambling and just say, and just end it here and just say, as always, have a good day.
What the fuck?
That's